Have you noticed something funny? A lot of people think being attractive means wearing expensive perfume. You know the ones. The perfume that costs more than your monthly electricity bill. The perfume that enters the room 5 minutes before the person does. The perfume that says, "I am luxury." And honestly, that does look attractive though. I mean, if somebody walks past smelling like they were personally sponsored by a perfume company, you're probably going to notice. You might even turn around and think, okay, who is that? Some perfumes smell so expensive they make you feel underdressed just standing nearby. You suddenly start questioning your entire life. My perfume cost $5. Their perfume smells like success, confidence, and a paid-off mortgage. But here's the funny part. The smell gets attention. The person keeps the attention. Because after the perfume fades away, after the fancy bottle is back on the shelf, and after the first impression is gone, something else decides whether people actually enjoy being around you. Some people think attractiveness is driving a fancy car, maybe a Mercedes, a BMW, a Range Rover, or that sports car that makes so much noise the neighbors know you're leaving before you do. Others think attractiveness is having designer clothes, a luxury watch, perfect hair, perfect teeth, perfect photos, perfect everything. And yet, have you ever met someone who had all of that, but after 5 minutes of talking to them, you wanted to escape through the nearest window? You look around thinking, is there an emergency exit? Can I suddenly become invisible? Can somebody call me and pretend there's an emergency? Because something was missing. Then you meet another person. Nothing flashy. No fancy car. No expensive watch. No movie star looks. But somehow, everybody likes them. People smile when they arrive. Conversations become easier. The room feels lighter. And you find yourself wondering, what is it about this person? According to Carl Jung, attraction runs much deeper than appearance. There is something magnetic about people who are comfortable being themselves. And the funny thing, many deeply attractive people don't even know they are attractive. Today we're talking about 3 signs you're deeply attractive. Not social media attractive. Not filter attractive. Not, I took 387 selfies before finding one good picture attractive. We're talking about the kind of attractiveness people feel, the kind that stays in people's minds long after you've left. And trust me, number 3 surprises almost everybody. So grab your coffee, grab your tea, grab whatever snack you're pretending not to eat while watching YouTube, and let's get into it. Sign number 1. People feel comfortable around you very quickly. Now this sounds simple, but it's actually rare. Think about it. How many people make you feel relaxed immediately? Not many. Most of us walk around carrying invisible backpacks full of stress, bills, work, family drama. That text message we should have replied to 3 days ago. The embarrassing thing we said in 2017 that still keeps us awake at night. Life is already heavy. So when someone comes along and makes us feel lighter, we notice. Maybe you've had this happen. You meet somebody for the first time. 10 minutes later they're telling you their entire life story. You didn't ask. You didn't interrogate them. You didn't use magic powers. Yet somehow they're talking, and talking, and talking. You were expecting a quick conversation. Now suddenly you know about their childhood, their ex, their dog, their cousin, their cousin's dog, and somehow you're still listening. If this happens to you often, that's a sign of deep attractiveness. Because people aren't attracted only to beauty, they're attracted to safety. They feel something around you that says, you can relax here. And let me tell you a funny story. A guy once complained, everywhere I go, people tell me their problems. He thought it was a curse. He said, I only asked how their day was. Now he's hearing about their divorce, their boss, their back pain, and their childhood dreams. Poor guy was accidentally running a free therapy office, but here's what he didn't understand. People trusted him. People felt comfortable. People felt seen. That is attractive. Very attractive. And here's the crazy part. The world is full of people trying to impress others, trying to sound smarter, trying to look richer, trying to appear more important. Meanwhile, the truly attractive person is often doing something much simpler. Listening, being present, making people feel human. And everybody loves being around someone who makes them feel human. So let me ask you, do strangers often open up to you? Do people tell you things they don't normally tell others? Let me know in the comments. I want to see how many accidental therapists are watching today. Now let's move to sign number 2. And this one is powerful, because it has nothing to do with looks. Nothing. Sign number 2. You don't need to be the center of attention. This is where people get confused. Many people think attractive people are loud, always talking, always performing, always trying to dominate the room. But life teaches something different. Think about the people you genuinely admire. Not the loudest people, not the people demanding attention every second. The people who have a calm confidence, the people who don't need constant approval, the people who aren't desperately fishing for compliments. Those people are magnetic. Why? Because confidence is attractive, and real confidence is quiet. A deeply attractive person doesn't walk into a room thinking, "Everybody look at me." They walk into a room thinking, "Let's have a good time." Huge difference. One is performance. The other is presence, and people can feel the difference immediately. I remember seeing 2 guys at a gathering. One spent the whole night talking about himself, his achievements, his car, his money, his gym routine, his investments. At one point, I think he was introducing himself to people who already knew him. Meanwhile, another guy sat nearby laughing, listening, enjoying conversations. Nothing dramatic, nothing flashy. Guess who everybody remembered? The second guy. Every single time. Because people enjoy being around people who enjoy being around people. Simple. And funny enough. The more desperately someone tries to appear attractive, the less attractive they often become. It's like trying to fall asleep. The harder you try, the worse it gets. You start negotiating with yourself. Okay, sleep in 5 minutes. No pressure. Just sleep. 3 hours later, you're staring at the ceiling, planning a business, writing a movie script, and solving world problems. Attraction works similarly. The less obsessed you are with proving yourself, the more natural your magnetism becomes. And that's exactly what Jung understood. People are drawn to authenticity, not performance, not masks, not fake perfection, the real you, the comfortable you, the honest you. And that leads us to sign number 3, the sign most deeply attractive people completely miss. Sign number 3. People remember you long after you leave. Now this one is fascinating, because most deeply attractive people have absolutely no idea they're doing it. They leave a conversation thinking, well, that was normal. Meanwhile, 3 days later, somebody is still thinking about them, not because they were showing off, not because they were trying to impress everyone, not because they looked like a movie star, but because they made people feel something. And people rarely remember what you wore. They rarely remember exactly what you said, but they remember how they felt around you. Think about it. Can you remember every detail of your favorite teacher? Probably not. Can you remember every word your favorite grandparent ever said? Probably not. But you remember the feeling. You remember how they made you feel safe, important, accepted, valued. That feeling stays, and that is attraction at its deepest level. I once knew a woman who wasn't trying to be impressive at all. She wasn't loud. She wasn't flashy. She wasn't trying to become everyone's best friend. But whenever she spoke to someone, She paid attention. Real attention. Not that modern attention where people are listening while secretly checking notifications. You know what I'm talking about. You tell somebody your biggest life problem and they respond, "Wow." 5 seconds later, they're watching cat videos. No. This woman listened. And because she listened, people remembered her. Years later, people still talked about her. Not because she demanded attention, because she gave attention. And here's something funny. Have you ever met somebody who forgets your name 3 seconds after hearing it? You introduce yourself. They smile. Everything seems fine. Then immediately, "So, what's your name again?" You tell them. 30 seconds later. And your name was? At that point, you're wondering if you should wear a name tag. Meanwhile, deeply attractive people often remember little details. Your name, your hobby, that story you told months ago, and when they bring it up later, you're shocked. Wait, you remembered that? Yes, and it makes you feel important. People never forget how that feels. That is why attraction isn't always about being noticed. Sometimes it's about making others feel noticed. And honestly, the older I get, the more I realize this. Some of the most attractive people I've ever met would never win a competition for being the loudest person in the room. But they win something much more valuable. People trust them. People miss them when they're gone. People smile when they think about them. That kind of attraction lasts. Now let's connect all 3 signs together, because something incredible happens when they come together, when people feel comfortable around you, when you don't need to be the center of attention, and when people remember you long after you've left. You become the kind of person others naturally gravitate toward. No tricks, no games, no pretending, no exhausting performance. Just genuine human connection. And maybe that's why so many people never realize how attractive they really are. They're looking in the wrong place. They're staring at the mirror. Meanwhile, their real attractiveness is happening in conversations, in friendships, in little moments, in the way they make others feel. Imagine someone watching this video right now thinking, "I'm not attractive." Meanwhile, their friends constantly call them. Their co-workers trust them. Strangers open up to them. People feel relaxed around them. People remember them. People enjoy their presence. But because they don't look like an influencer with perfect lighting, they assume they're not attractive. What a mistake. And honestly, social media doesn't help. Every day we're told attractiveness is about having perfect skin, perfect photos, perfect angles, perfect vacations, perfect everything. Let's be real. Some people's vacation photos look so perfect, I'm convinced they hired a movie director. Meanwhile, my vacation photos look like evidence from a missing persons case. One eye closed, hair going the wrong direction, standing at a strange angle, looking confused. And somehow those become the photos people tag you in. Life is unfair. But here's the beautiful truth. The people who matter most don't connect with your perfect image. They connect with your real self, your laugh, your kindness, your weird jokes, your stories, your energy, your presence, the things that make you uniquely you. And according to Jung's way of thinking, that authenticity is powerful because people spend so much of life wearing masks, trying to fit in, trying to impress, trying to become somebody else. So when they meet somebody who is comfortable being themselves, it's refreshing, it's attractive, it's unforgettable. Before we finish, I want you to think about something. Who is the most attractive person you've ever met? Not the most beautiful, not the richest, not the most famous, the most attractive. What made them special? Chances are, it wasn't their clothes, it wasn't their car, it wasn't their watch, it wasn't their social media account. It was something deeper, something human, something real, and maybe, just maybe, the people in your life see those same qualities in you, even if you don't see them yet. So if today's video reminded you of yourself, let me know in the comments. Which sign hit home the most? Sign number 1, people open up to you. Sign number 2, you don't need to be the center of attention. Or sign number 3, people remember you long after you've gone. And here's another question. Who is someone in your life that has this kind of deep attractiveness? Tag them if they're watching, or tell us about them. I'd love to read your stories. And remember, some of the most attractive people in the world are walking around completely unaware of it. Not because they're lacking confidence, but because they're busy being themselves. And sometimes that's the most attractive thing a person can do. Until next time, take care of yourself, keep growing, keep laughing, keep being wonderfully human, and never underestimate the power of simply being someone people are happy to see. Because in a world full of people trying to stand out, the people who make others feel seen will always be unforgettable.